must have had a really good day because your energy feels like it's a pumped, but it feels like it's a really good energy.
It was a busy day, so that's probably what you're picking up on.
Okay. Susan, when you first came in, I have to tell you, Dad's passed, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Were you hoping to hear from Dad today?
I sure was.
Okay, because I was going to say, you walked in, and suddenly as you're walking in, I'm like, wow, Dad's right on top of it. And then he says to remind you that the grass is not always greener.
I was wondering if he was going to touch on this.
He says to let you know, and I think that this is also part of your career he wants to talk about too. And he says that you have to value what is most important to you. Because he's talking about losing your freedom. He's talking about putting a square peg into a round hole. He's talking about dickering with your life and your future. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And does that make sense all with the career as well?
It's all wrapped up together.
Okay. He says that this is really important. You have to sit back and you have to really think about it. You have to really ask yourself, is this going to make my life easier, or is this going to become the disaster that could potentially do a lot of damage to my self-confidence and my self-esteem and make you fall from where you're at? Okay? Because it has the potential to really, really screw your entire life.
I know that. Yeah.
And he says we might be taking 5 steps forward and get a nice little shingle to hang above our head, and take 85,000,001 steps backwards that could destroy us morally, personally.
That's the word.
And
yep.
And he says I'm just not comfortable with it. I'm not comfortable. I feel like I'm too close, and I feel like the hot sparks could lash out at any minute and it could set me on fire. It could burn me really, really bad. He said, so Susan, please listen to me. Think about it. He said, and regardless, you're always going to be my baby. You're always going to be perfect in my eyes. He said, so it's not about disappointing anybody. He said, you have scaled bigger mountains. You have climbed further than anybody I know. You've pulled yourself out of the gutter and you're on top of the mountain. But remember, it's yours. And it just depends on how you define it to determine whether or not, is this enough for me? Am I okay? Can I live with this? Or do I need more in order to feel better about me? He says, you are who you are. Nobody can take that away. He said, but they can take away your self-confidence, your self-esteem, your morals, beliefs, your values, and your dignity in one snap.
A lot of temptations right now.
Mm-hmm. He says, and at the same time, you would be giving up you'd be giving up you. And he says, and that's what would really make me afraid for you. He said, so just think about it. And he said, and I know you already have.
Yeah, I'm spending a lot of time thinking about it. Could use a little extra support.
And he says, you got it. I'm here. I'm here. And all you've got to do is call out for me. Okay? Susan, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm so glad your dad connected.
Yeah, sounds like he couldn't wait.
Walked right in with you, so that was pretty cool. Don't wait for your loved ones to contact me. You can contact me at www.kellymacleod.com. You can also call me 1-888-KELLY4U.